Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Final Fantasy Tactics. In the last episode, we made our way into the second floor of the Deep Dungeon, Terminate, found a few interesting monsters awaiting us, and some really good treasures, including the Save the Queen sword. In this episode, we're going to head into Part 3, Delta. Now, I've had a look at the map of Delta, and this one's going to be really interesting because unlike the first two floors, which were pretty basic layouts, there's a lot of different elevation changes, but not much in the way of specific, I guess, tricks insofar as elevation's concerned or spacing is concerned. This one's definitely going to have them. And this one is also going to have some potentially very, very interesting monsters. So let's see how things turn out. Okay, so we are starting in a cube, and I am going to put my calculator lady right at the top left of the cube. For reasons that we'll see momentarily, because I don't want her, or I don't want anybody else to run afoul of stuff that she might run into. As for the rest of the guys, well, I will seat them basically accordingly. Worker 8, you can stay back here and chill pretty much the whole time. And Ramza, you can go there, so we should be good to go. Welcome to battle number 63 and Deep Dungeon Floor 3, Delta. Alright, so I got a pretty decent look at the enemies we have, but let's go ahead and scan the whole field. We've got, you're meh, and we've got, should have a couple of others on the field as well, I think. Or do we just have two enemies? Do we really just have two enemies? Holy crap, let me make sure on this. Yeah, it looks like we just have two enemies. Oh, wow. Okay. So the issue is going to basically be not killing them, really. Let's see, who's first up? Okay, Ramza's first up. Okay, now, here's the thing with Delta, is you see all of this here that the map does not illuminate? That is all dark space. And if your units don't have a good enough move or what have you, you will not be able to cross those. However, if you can, then you kind of get a jump on things, and fortunately Ramza's able to. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna send most of my units over this way. Now, let me go ahead and send Ramza over here and seat him accordingly. Let me go ahead and I'll just, I guess, scream him up while we're at it. I do want to point out first off the area where all the treasures are, because what we'll find is the areas with the treasures have kind of unique heights to them. Because what we'll see is the first treasure that we're going to get, and the main reason I sat Monica back here is because the first treasure is right here, and I don't want anybody else accidentally running across it. The next treasure is, let's see, 1, and then all the way down, let's see, there's your 0 gap, and there's another 0.5. That's where another treasure is. Then you go down 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1.5, that's where this treasure is. And then we go back over here to another 0 gap, and then let's see, now it's, okay, what am I missing here? Alright, let's see. Okay, there's Orlando. Alright, let's see from where he is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. There we go. Yeah, the 4.5. That's where the next treasure is, or the last treasure is. So, those are the areas that I'll kind of want to avoid. And honestly, I mean, really what this is going to be is, like I said, me trying to not kill everything immediately. Because if I do, then, well, obviously, there's trouble a-brewing. Okay, so we've got a 0 here, 1, 2, 0. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 0. That's a good question. Where on the map is this? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, yeah, that's where it is. Alright. Just making sure I'm not running afoul of anything, that's all. Alright, and the thing with this is Lightning Stab should be able to take this one out easily. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to have Orlando do then is go sort of to the far ends of the earth and try to find the exit, see if the exit's at any of the bottom ones over here. Alright, so let's grab the treasure and we get an elixir. Sweet. Okay, now, let me go ahead and see about having her sped up here because I want to get her going quicker And if I do, then obviously things are going to go a lot faster as far as finding the treasure is concerned. Okay, yeah, that might work. Let's try it. Now, one thing you might have noticed with some of the enemies in this dungeon, or in these dungeon floors, is they are a lot higher level than your party. I mean, the average monster level in this dungeon so far has been somewhere in the low 60s. That's definitely something to keep in mind when it comes to stuff going on here. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting then, because that's not really what should have happened. He hit a trap, of course, but the problem is the trap is death sentence. So what I might want to do... okay, I'm going to have to manage this carefully here. Okay, so... Alright, so Beowulf, you wait. And Worker 8, you're not going to be necessary in this battle. Okay, so... Alright, let's see. Let me make sure where we are. That's a 6. So that's one of the exit points. Let's try it. Or potential exit points, I should say. And it's not an exit. Crap. Okay, so what I'm going to have to be very careful to do is avoid... Let's see, that's a 0. This is... Okay, this is a 1. Yeah. Alright, actually, I'd rather have you move to this 0. Okay, yeah. There we go. And that'll get you closer to the potential exit points faster. Alright, so now what I'm going to do with her is I'm going to move her really quickly. Because I'm going to try to get her over to these treasures before this guy dies. And I'm going to try to get these guys over to the exits before this guy dies. Okay, this is also a potential exit point. And it is not the exit, so it's probably going to be one of the two at the bottom here. In fact, it's almost guaranteed to be one of the two at the bottom. Alright, so... If your trap is here, so this puts me 1, 1, 2. Okay, so I just need to go over 1, 2, 3 and get to the exit. Okay, or the potential exit, I should say. All right, Chickadee, you need to get down here ASAP. Okay, that's a 0.5. So that's going to take her over to the edge here. Let me actually check over here real quick. Let's see, that's a crevice. Okay, this could be an exit. And it's not. Alright, that's fine. So what are you going to do, I wonder? Okay, now, main reason I said I'm going to have to manage this very carefully. Because if this thing dies, we're done. We finish this floor and I get nothing. Well, I mean, I can't go on to the next floor, I guess. So I want to be very careful with that. I've got to try to put this guy to sleep. I think it's going to be my best tack. If I'm able to, then it won't lapse any of his turns, and we should be okay. Let's see, 80% should work, and it does. Good. And it levels up his job. Sweet. Alright, so let's see. Ramza, okay, you're basically going to be stuck over here, kinda. You might be able to leapfrog across the gap elsewise, but we'll see. Alright. Okay, so now that's done. Let's see. This moves her. Okay, that moves her over here. That's fine, I think. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. Alright, so let me go ahead and make sure that this guy's not losing turns. Okay, he's not losing turns. So, let me move Orlando over here and see if he can get the exit. Okay, that is right at the bottom of the map, so this is what I'm looking for, yeah. And it's the exit. Sweet. Alright, so now I just need to grab the other treasures, so... Well, as before, I'll see you guys when I find the treasures. And I lost a treasure. According to the map, this treasure was the Yoichi bow, which is unfortunate. Pretty good bow, but I don't have any archers, so I'm not too torn up about that. But I actually got the 15%, the 15% wrong for a change, which I mean, it's bound to happen. It's a percentage thing, but it's, I don't know. I kind of wish it hadn't, but oh well. Okay, anyway, there are 2 more treasures to get, so I'll see you when I grab those. Hey, there we go. We got the Mace of Zeus, which is pretty good for a caster type, so it actually might be a good thing to equip to her, so yay! So 1 more treasure left, and I will see you guys when I grab it. And, well, that was another elixir, so wow, the numbers really didn't like me for these treasures. I'm not so bummed exactly about losing an elixir, but I'm kind of bummed about losing the Yoichi bow. But that's the treasure the first treasure basically that we missed on that 4.5 spot if you need it. That being said, though, again, not terribly torn up about it because I don't have an archer, so if you had one, definitely go for it because it's a really good bow. But you know what? Meh, it's okay. Let's go ahead and slaughter you and be done with it. Alright, that one actually wasn't too bad because the enemies stunk, so meh. We'll see harder later, trust me. And with that, we finished battle number 63, and we end up getting 12,000 gil on top of our treasures, which is meh, but okay. Alrighty, so since of course we got our little trigger, our 4th floor of the Deep Dungeon is Valkyries, and we will go in there next time on Final Fantasy Tactics. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.